Well, damn, that's a record. Minute I brought it over out of the intro sequence, we got a follow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Half Aches, for the follow.
Oh, wow, nice.
That is 198, if my math is correct.
Hey, what's up?
Got Frogster in the house. Frogster's here. What's going on? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to pay attention to the chat here. We're a little late, but we're here. So welcome, everybody. Everybody filing in. You're watching live on Harmack Ultra and on Slash Streams Live. Harmack is here. He's trying to get his chat in order there by his...
I am.
By his phone.
I am.
Is anybody in Ultraland yet?
We got Yorkshire Pure Evil is here.
We got some shit to talk about today. Big event happened yesterday that kind of just came out of the blue. We'll talk about that. The big Nintendo Direct yesterday that just dropped out of nowhere, but there's a lot of newsworthy stuff that came from that. We'll talk about that. Big AEW is on Wednesday. We'll gloss over that in our wrestling chat.
I'll definitely go with it.
UNC Phil is here. What's going on, Phil? Are you done playing on your phone?
Frogster just texted me. Put your hat on. You know what, fucker? You guys are the ones that told me to take it off last week. All right. You guys suck.
Everybody's a troll.
I know, right? I mean, what the fuck? Put your hat on.
Everybody's a troll.
Dick. Okay, we are good to go. Just sent out a tweet to let everyone know that we are on.
You're supposed to do that in pre go live, Harmack.
I forgot. I forgot. I am only human. So forgive me.
Yeah, so we're a little bit late, but we're here. It's just I don't know. I ordered. I'll be honest. The reason why we're late, I ordered a pizza and it took an extra long time to get here, and I didn't want to shove a pizza in my mouth for in 15 minutes and come in here and do a hour-long stream or whatever where I have to talk a lot, because unless you like to hear burping for an hour, I mean, some people are into that, but
you never know.
I'm not a big fan of burping for an hour, but
you are a fan of burping.
I'm definitely a fan of burping. I've known to do some good burps in my day. But yeah, I try not to do those on a stream. It's just it's a deterrent for some people,
An instant turn off kind of thing.
It could be.
Yeah.
So it was another week of streaming that's gone by. Another week. It's Friday. It's always good.
Yes, sir.
These weeks are going by like crazy anymore. Trying to think of what we can talk about here. Let us know
about scales getting lost.
Let us know what you want to talk about. We got a lot of stuff on. We have quite a few clips of Scales.
Oh man,
Scales has been a hot topic on the Monday streams.
Oh man, you aren't kidding.
If you're not tuning in on the Monday streams, it's cool because you have 3 different streams you can watch. It's almost like 3 different camera angles. If I had a way to bridge all 3 of those onto one stream, I would do it, but I don't know a way to do that. But so basically we're streaming Final Fantasy XIV, which is an MMO. It's an online game, and everything happens in real time. So we've been playing. You can play the entire game with other people, and everybody that's in the world is real. But the best parts are the dungeons, so we've been saving those for the Monday streams because that's when everybody kind of has to work together. Our team our team has to work together in sequence. You know what I mean? Like we have to work together. So, you know, I figured everybody had the game down, and then week 1, Scales dies immediately in one of the dungeons, and it was very funny. And then he got lost a couple times. And this past week, Scales got lost quite a number of times, and then got left behind on a lift.
Dude, I was laughing so hard at that moment. I started crying. I was dying. That was so funny.
Yeah, we got on a lift, and then he bolted. Like, I don't know, if you watch the clip, like you see him, the door shuts. The door shuts, and then he goes out the door while it's shutting. I don't know what Skills was thinking there, but he leaves, and then Eric goes, "Oh, Skills got off the ride or whatever," and I'm like, and you're like, Scales, and you just look up and you see him just standing there, like, you know, looking down at everybody. So yeah, we did get a clip of that. So we can maybe get to those tonight in all of our clips.
Oh my god, I was laughing so hard. Oh man, just there was one when we were leaving that play. We were leaving the second dungeon. He kept getting lost, so I'm standing there. You'll see it if we would do the clip. I'm literally jumping back and forth. You know, follow the bouncing Harmack.
That was the name of the stream. Was follow the bouncing Harmack.
I mean, it was just like, I don't know where he is when he. I don't know if he understands how to control where his character is or what he's doing. He's looking at the map and trying to walk.
Speak of the devil, he's here.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey, at least he didn't get lost. He found the channel.
Maybe we should start with some of these clips. Maybe this is the time to do it, because let me log into Discord here.
I mean, it was so funny. I mean, it really was.
Yeah, these were good. These were really funny clips. Speaking of Scales, I got a happy birthday voicemail from him on Saturday. I would like to play that for you guys if I could.
Could you? Yeah, you can.
This came in at 8:06 p.m. on Saturday. I was already a little bit drunksky, but here, this is from.
You were hammered that night.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Can't hear it, bro.
you. Happy birthday
You gotta listen to the stream.
To Al Jenkins. Happy birthday to you.
You really couldn't hear it through my mic?
How old
No.
are you now?
No, it's playing on the stream, but it was playing on the stream, but I couldn't hear it through your mic for some reason.
I put it right up to the mic. How does that work? Anyway,
I don't know. I have no idea.
that was from Scales on Saturday night. I hear it fine.
Really
yeah,
cool,
I don't
though.
get it. I don't get why you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, no, it was just it was tuning out on me. I don't know.
Weird.
I'm a little stunned by that. It should have worked. You would think it would.
I put my phone right up to the mic. That's all I did. Very weird.
Yeah, no. When I
Harmack, you
the
zoned out
stream,
there. That was funny. Harmack, are you there?
No, I didn't zone out. I was listening to what you were saying.
You're lagged, dude. Why did you get so behind? Wait, watch this. Harmack, you're a dork. Watch. He's very behind right now.
No, I'm not.
I heard myself echoing, and it was like a 5 or not 5 minutes, but like at least 5-10 seconds.
No.
So what are you thinking about when you just zoned out there?
I wasn't. I was listening to you.
Something just got weird.
I don't know.
Did you just flip the switch? Did you go into the Matrix or something?
No, I answered you immediately after you were done talking.
Did anybody else catch that Harmack just sat there for like 5 seconds?
Why would I not answer you?
I'm talking to you, dude. I swear to God, go back and look at the stream after we're done.
I'm not. Look, I believe you.
You sat there
I'm
like you were thinking about something. I'm like, did you plug into the Matrix or something, or what happened there?
No. No, it's news to me, man.
That's funny.
That's insane.
Scales saw it. Yeah, there was a pause. Like you didn't say anything.
I believe you. I'm just saying though is that I didn't pause. That's the weird thing.
I wonder if Discord like paused the audio for a minute. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. All I know is you asked a question and I answered. So I don't know why
That
it
was
looked like I
weird.
stalled. That's really weird.
That's weird.
That literally doesn't make any sense.
That kind of freaked me out for a minute. I was like, what is happening here? What the fuck is going on? It's a little bit creepy. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? First of all, I don't know why in the clips channel, but when I log into it, I see blocked messages and I have to always unblock them. Is that true for everybody?
I honestly haven't looked. I would have to take your word for it.
I'm gonna have to look into that because everybody should be able to post clips in the channel. Everybody should be able to post clips. Maybe that's why people can't see them. I don't know. All right, so let's go back to these. We were talking about scales. Let's go back to. Let's see here. Did we show Scales the tank yet?
The tank?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we. No, we haven't shown any yet. I don't think.
All right, so let's start back. This was in episode 1, a couple of weeks ago here. Let me full screen this, and then we'll hit play. And so
I gotta hear this.
So
this
I gotta warn you guys. This week's clips are all Scales centric. Like everything is about Scales.
Oh yeah, because you can't make this shit up, guys. You really can't.
All right, here, let's go to I think it's this one. Yep, here we go. This is called Scales the Tank.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go. Oh, there's Scales. I don't know why it's not playing. There we go.
No.
I got it. All right, here we go. Oh, there's Scales tag teaming. Let's go. Let's do it, buddy.
Oh Jesus, Scales! God damn it, dude.
So Scales isn't supposed to do that.
I got him, Scales. I got him.
No. You're not a tank. Even I'm telling him, dude, you're not a tank.
So should we explain this? Should we explain this for the non-MMO?
Yes. Yeah. I can really do it simply.
Okay.
You have your typical tank classes, you have your typical DPS, and your healer classes. Tank classes are the classes that go along that take all of the punishment that the mobs beat out, and their job is to just basically to keep all the attention on them, while the healer heals the tank, and the DPS, like the people that do all the damage, like Scales, do most of the damage. Well, Scales is a mage, so he doesn't have armor.
By the way, let me interject it. Let me interject there.
Yeah.
Scales is the blackest white mage you'll ever see. That's his moniker. No, sorry. He's the whitest black mage. That's what I meant. I said it backwards. Sorry.
Wait, what?
He's the whitest black mage. So Scales, this went over your head. Scales, we all know what Scales looks like.
Oh, I remember what
Scales picked.
I remember what you're talking about.
Scales picked to be a black mage, but made him white. So that's what I said. He's the whitest black mage that you'll ever see. So anyway, Scales is supposed to hang out at a distance. He's supposed to be in the background behind the tank. I'm the tank. I'm the person who has to be in the front because I have to attract the enemies to go after me so that Scales can shoot them from a distance and hit them with heavy magic. Harmack can be over here curing everybody. Harmack's like Mother Goose. Harmack takes care of everything over here. He's like the Mother Goose of the whole thing. And then you've got Eric, who is kind of like me. He's up front, but he knows when to back off. Like
his job is to attack from behind, so he can't get hit.
He's the silent but deadly attack person. Basically, you don't see him coming.
Right.
But Scales was like, no, fuck it, I'm going head in first, and that's what you saw in that clip.
He runs right in.
He ran right in up front, so I'm like, all right, Scales, let's do this. Let's tag team. And then you hear Harmack. Harmack is griefing about it because Harmack is like, oh shit, now I gotta immediately start healing this guy because they have low health. They have bad armor. Like they don't have any armor at all. They just have like a
cloth armor.
Yeah, they have cloth on. That's all they have. So they're gonna go down very quickly. And so you see Harmack right away. Like I saw Harmack targeting, and I'm like,
I had to. He got hit once and like lost most of his energy. I was like, oh.
So anyway,
like, this is not good. This is very bad.
So Scales again kept doing this, and so this one's dedicated to Evil 1976. This is called the Resurrection of Scales 175. Here we go.
He's up here, Harmack, over.
Okay, apparently there's a glitch with Twitch. I don't know what's going on. I have to always reset the video.
He's up here, Harmack.
A glitch with Twitch. Is he up by you?
Look on the map.
He went.
So we lost track of Scales. We're trying to find him.
Direction and fought two enemies by himself.
He fought enemies by himself. He's up there.
If you look at look at Scales, he's the one at the very bottom. He's one at the very bottom. See how it says 0 for hit points?
Here, wait, I gotta get a photo of the corpse of Scales 175. There we go.
Maybe I should channel my inner Yorkshire.
He wants to channel his inner Yorkshire. So yeah, he died and we lost track of him. So we had to go find his corpse. And then you know what? I forgot the best part. I'm sorry. Harmack rezzed him. Here we go. Yeah, I got it. Just drink heavily. I don't know why. Yeah, I got it. Just drink heavily. This is so weird. Like this, I have to always rewind the video to get it to play now.
Picture?
Yeah, I got it. Just drink heavily and then curse.
What did you say? Drink heavily and curse?
Drink heavily, curse, and then...
That's what I do every day.
There he is. He's back. That didn't work. Wait. He turned into a bunch of feathers. Scales! He's alive!
Hold on, Scales. Let me heal you up.
It's a miracle!
With the living.
So, there you go. The resurrection of Scales 175. And then there's two more clips. This is the one with the lifts. God. This is the one with the lifts we were talking about.
Oh.
All right, hang on. I have to craftily do this because Twitch. All right, here we go. Whoop, sorry, I hit the wrong. I gotta get rid of this view. Here we go.
I'm so freaking lost. Where do I get this key?
So if you look to your, all right, hang on.
Key to open the door.
So if you look to your, all the way to your right, you're gonna see Scales leave the lift. Like Scales is, if you can see my cursor, Scales is right here. He's this dude right that's right by the door right now. So watch as Eric's gonna pull the lift. His hand is on it right now. His hand is right here. Eric's gonna pull the lift, and
where do I get this key?
There goes Scales.
Say guys,
right through the door.
Open the door.
Yeah, he just like said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. All right, everybody, stay in the elevator. Let's go back up. Go back up.
Hey, I'm about to walk through the door.
There we go, right back up here.
Hey, don't forget me.
Well,
I was
Scales.
laughing
There's
so
Scales.
hard, man. No joke.
Climb aboard.
That was good shit. Keep all hands, feet, and objects inside the room.
Dude, listen to me. I am dying. It was so freaking funny,
man. It
was
was funny. Yeah, that was good. I don't know why Scales like clipped through the door and then left. Know how to do a giveaway. I have done a giveaway before, I think. But I don't have that ready, I guess. I think a bot does it. I've done a giveaway once. And it's been a couple years.
What did we give away?
This is back on the Escape. I think I gave away a $10 PSN code. For anybody who tuned in. Nightbot
really?
I have Nightbot. I have to look. This is the wrong time to look into it, though. If you give me the code, I can do it next stream, or I can do it Monday or something, or I can have Harmack do it on his channel. Either way, I don't care who does it. You have to give it to Harmack to give away.
Wait, what code are we talking about here?
Shell's got a code to a game. He was gonna give it to you, but he doesn't think you'll play it.
Oh, all right.
No, I agree. I don't think you'll play it. When it's hard enough to get you to have time to do anything anyway. Like you're always
Yeah.
outside your stream. You're always busy at the house. So
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, because he asked about giving it to you. I said, well, he'll like the game, but I don't think he'll have time to play it. So if you want the game, just tell him you want it. It's a Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, no, not Gauntlet. Yeah. Oh, I sucked at it on the Atari. I'd suck at it now.
This is for another game.
Oh, without a doubt. I would
Binary
suck at it.
domain collection? Where are you getting all these codes from, Scales? Or Shale? Shale, Scales? All right, let's do the last clip here real quick while we wait for...
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
So, this is the Follow the Dancing Harmack clip that was taken by Del Griffith. This is when Scales kept getting lost in the woods. He wasn't able to follow Harmack, so here... This is
so good.
This is Follow the Dancing Harmack here. Scales been drinking tonight? I don't know, man. Scales, are you intoxicated?
Maybe.
Come this way, Scales.
Come on, Scales, this way. You're going the wrong way, Scales.
All right, let me close my mouth.
Scales, just do a follow Harmack.
Okay.
Walk up to Harmack, point on him, hit square,
Bouncing
and do
Harmack.
follow.
Watch me. Follow the bouncing Harmack.
There's Harmack bouncing now. That was it. Del Griffith didn't take a long enough clip. Apparently.
Yeah. Fucking dull.
God damn it, Del. Anyway, that was your clips. And they were all Scales related. All related to Scales 175.
That's freaking amazing.
I'm sorry, Shale. I didn't mean to call you Scales. You should feel like it's a compliment because Scales is a misunderstood person. He's a very good dude.
Yes, because unlike you, Scales is cool. You should be thrilled.
Yikes.
Ooh, feel the burn. Oh,
Did
God,
you
even need some ointment for that. Oh,
did Yorkshire like the resurrection of Scales dedication?
Oh, he didn't say anything. So,
okay.
No.
You scared me again. I thought you were. I thought you plugged back into the Matrix again for a minute.
No.
You're not going to give me the 100K gil. Well, damn it, Shale. You're a mean mother.
Busted.
All right. So what do you want to talk about? Get whatever you guys want to talk about out tonight. We could talk about anything really. There was a Harmack. What do you want to talk about first of all? Do you have anything that's on your mind?
Oh, okay. I just got an answer from Evil. It was palpable.
Palpable?
Palpable, meaning it was tolerable.
Tolerable. Okay. I was about ready to Google that. I'm aware of the word, but palpable.
Yeah, no,
palpable means so intense.
Tolerable.
Palpable means so intense as to seem almost tangible.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Look at this.
I believe you. I always took palpable used to just means that it was
I
just,
Googled it.
It's all right.
That's what palpable means.
No,
so he must have liked it so much. It was so intense as to seem it was almost tangible.
Huh.
That's his word.
I always took palpable. I always took palpable as, just, it's meh. That's what I always took it as.
Well, you and Webster, or Merriam-Webster can have a feud then because
Fuck you, Merriam.
That's what it means.
I believe you.
So what's on your mind? Anything you want to discuss?
Not much, dude. No, just been playing God of War, really, and I'm actually enjoying the game with the exception.
Are you?
Fuck that Valkyrie. Damn it. The game punishes you because see, this unlike a lot of games I've played. This one doesn't let you know if you're picking the wrong thing or going in the wrong place. So I don't even know if I'm wearing the right gear. I have no clue. I mean, this game is just like sits there and goes, "Here's your game, go." And like, but what do I do? Just go. So I mean, and I was doing pretty good, but I think I was under levels for this chick.
You were
But,
pretty
yeah.
you were pretty enraged last night.
Well, it gets.
I
Well,
think-
come on.
I think you hit rage level 10 last night.
I think I might have. I mean, come on. Everybody who's anybody out there, you keep dying in the same spot every time. Or, and then all of a sudden, you go to freaking dodge or you go to freaking block and the character just stands there like a lump on a log. And you're just like, wait, what the fuck? I know I hit block. I've blocked all the other ones. Why all of a sudden is it not working here? Or I've dodged all these other ones. Why is he not dodging here?
My
Or
question
hell,
is, why didn't anybody take that
running
clip?
around the room? I don't know. Like, or I would realize that if I know I can't block this, I better run. You go to run, he turns, but then he just stands there. And it's just like, to me, when a game does that shit, it's almost like it's like you had a brother. You know how your brother was when you were kids doing this. I'm not touching you. It's just enough to piss you off.
But wait a minute though. People were trying to give you legit like Silver Sun or whatever his name.
Like anybody who's, and I feel bad, but like anybody who's getting pissed off, they don't want to hear anything at that point. They're just like, yeah, you're probably right. But right now, I'm going to be mad, so I'm going to just let me be mad. Let me be mad at the game. I'll calm down in a minute. Because, yeah.
I think you should. I think you need to
listen to Silver about was that I didn't know you could leave. I thought I was stuck there. I thought once you were down there.
He told you that
had to
like
be
3
there, you're
times.
fucking screwed. Yeah, but once again, kind of angry and also in the middle of a fight, so half of the shit I couldn't hear. So, but I did hear one when I wasn't fighting. You could leave. Okay. So that's when I said, okay, well then I'll try it one more time, and if I can't do it, we'll leave. I had no idea I could leave.
So
then
I think
teach you also with that game
I think what you need to do. I think what you need to do is you need to bring back the BRB screen, but you need to do a timeout screen, like you're putting yourself in timeout. And then when the BRB screen comes up, you have to have that same sound effect with that kid kicking that can around or some sort of like shit breaking in the background. So then like everybody gets a good laugh. You can calm down and then you can hear what's going on and laugh yourself back into your bubbly self like you normally are. That I don't know.
That's not a bad idea. I'd have to set that up and all that shit. No, because I'd be like, I could like set it up and like play sound effects and shit. Or
You should
I
have
could just
it-
even do this. Or I could literally just do this. Just step away from the mic. Just like, what the fuck, man? Why the hell
No.
can I play this fucking game? It's just
Or
you could do that shit.
Or you could punch the desk and then like have your one hand on the transition button and go to like one of those colorful bar screens like when a channel goes offline. Like at late at night, like you go, son of a, and then the whole thing just like you could shake the camera like this, and then the whole thing, just like goes out.
Oh yeah, I could,
Yeah.
like just be like, because I could do this without you seeing me move my arm. I think. Let me see. Can I do? Yeah. I'd be like, son of a.
Yeah,
and then
transition it. Now I fucked up my camera. Damn, now I look shorter than normal now. Fuck.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that would be kind of fun. I gotta, it's called a test pattern screen. So yeah, but because I don't have a Stream Deck. It's really hard to do those transitions at the same time. So it's a pain.
Now I gotta fix my fucking camera. I wrecked it by doing that.
It just needs to angle down a bit.
No, it's like showing like the background in my shot, which it shouldn't be doing. No, oh well. Yeah,
Showing
why
the
did
background
it
in
do
your
that
shot.
so bad? Like that's terrible.
It's not showing you the background. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to angle my camera down, but it literally will not angle anymore. There. I think that's a
Okay,
little,
well,
yeah,
do
that's
it
better.
live. There
That's
you
better. I
go.
got it. Now I fucked up my camera again. Hang on, we're doing this live.
Jesus Christ!
I never
See, this is why we
I never
have-
should have shook it. I should have just left it alone.
You should have just shook your monitor like I did.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I wanted. I wanted it to go lower anyway, so this is fine. But the fucking stupid background is fucked up now. There's only one way to fix it, but I can't do it right now. Damn.
Oh, yeah. What the hell? How did your back? Oh, because you moved. The background's the same, but you moved.
Yeah. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what you normally do, or what you should do. Damn it!
Son of a bitch! What the fuck?
We're experiencing technical
Why the
difficulties
hell
right
can't
now.
I get this goddamn camera working? Son of a bitch! Every goddamn time I try to play this fucking thing, the goddamn
Experiencing-
camera messes up.
Are we okay?
We're experiencing technical difficulties at this time. Please hold.
Please stand
Please
by.
stand by.
We appreciate your business.
Oh shit!
Your call will be answered in the section in the number that it was received. Right now, you are caller 253.
I fixed it. I think it's still a little bit like crappy.
It's now, yeah. On my side, when I'm looking at it on the website, it looks like the two cabinets behind you
Yeah.
should be moved over some. Like they're not centered like they were before.
How do you know my desk
Understand what
isn't
I'm saying?
centered down there, Harmack? How do you know what's behind?
Because they were always centered behind you before, you dummy. Because I was always able to see the other game behind you too.
I don't know. I'll have to redo the shot, Harmack.
You fucking broke it. That's why we can't have nice things. We just can't.
I know what you're talking about. Watch. Here we go. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking.
Yeah,
I moved it. Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, no. Now it looks good, yeah.
It's tearing
It
again.
just now it looks like you're in between the two, so that's cool.
It's tearing again though.
Give it a second. Oh, you're talking about yeah,
A little bit of
give it a
tearing
second.
up there. Yep.
Give it a second, it'll adjust. It just takes time. This is newish type of software, so
that it is.
I mean, I think they're doing pretty good for it being just okay kind of software.
Here, let me do one more thing. I
girl?
might have a way to fix it.
Ooh, look at that.
I might have a way to fix it here. Let's try
He's
that.
gonna fix it, folks.
Let's try that. That's a little better. Okay. I'll have to put some more light behind me. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
I don't know. Yeah, that is kind of. It wasn't doing that earlier. So, like I said, just give it a second. It'll stop because sometimes mine does that too, and then it goes away. It just sometimes has to get fixed in. So just be patient.
Turn up the. Well, see, now it's too bright. I don't know why. I don't like that either.
You're trying to show how pasty white you are. That's what you're trying to do.
Got a tan now.
That's all right. Everyone saw my stream on Tuesday. I looked like freaking Trump.
Oh yeah, you look like you were orange as shit that day.
I completely screwed up my white balance because when Windows did because I finally got my PC updated to the was it H2N1, H2H1 or whatever the hell they
Whatever
call it.
they're calling these
update?
stupid updates now. Yeah.
I don't know. I finally got it updated, but okay, that's what I'd like to talk about. I thank you, Al.
You about to say H1Z1 or something for that update?
I don't know. It was H2N or H2N0 or something like that was the first one. Then H2N1 or something like that. I don't know. All I know is I didn't update it for a while because every time I tried updating, number one, I'd have to fucking go through loops just to get my internet to work. My sound was completely borked. I mean, it just, and I knew that it wasn't the sound or the Ethernet card going bad because if I would revert back to the old one, it worked just fine. So I ruled that out. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just wait. Maybe they'll fix it. Well, finally, I realized they're not going to fix it, so I'm going to have to. So I went and the past week because now it was yelling at me that you're not going to receive any more updates, and all that shit. And well, that's kind of like you told me. That's kind of a security issue.
Oh yeah.
So I figured, all right, I got no choice. So I went online, looked how to update, when I, to get the sound working. Turns out that because I use Voice Meter Banana because I have the extra inputs that I need to do my show. Well, it completely borks that. You have to literally uninstall the whole thing and reinstall it just to get it to work. And it was like, and there's no reason it should have to do that, but it did. With the internet, here's the weird, stupid thing I had to do. First, I had to go into the internet settings manually, or I had to go into command prompt, do a ping for 8888, and it would ping it, but it would still show that I wasn't connected. Then I had to go into the TCP/IP version 4 or whatever, or V4, type in 8888 for the DNS, then go back into CMD, do 888 again, do that, then all of a sudden it would render. It was just like, for some reason, I know, I was not the only one having this problem, and I'm like, look, I have no problem with updates. That's fine. And yes, I do understand. I have an older computer. But at the end of the day, if my computer can still run your software, which obviously it can because I'm here now, and what the hell are you doing where I have to literally become my own damn, like, what would that be? My own tech support just to get my computer working from a stupid update. Look, the sound thing I get. Sometimes that does get fucked up. But the Ethernet card, all of a sudden, it wouldn't resolve. It wouldn't resolve anything. So it was just like sitting there assuming that there was no Ethernet card. Well, they knew there was an Ethernet card, but it couldn't connect to the internet. So I could ping things, but it just wouldn't render anything or resolve anything. So you had to go, and then I had to go back in, turn the DNS back to automatic, and now it's fine. But it's just like, why do I have to do that? It's like,
yeah, it was so stupid. That is weird. By the way, TP Poker is here. What's going on?
What's up, TP Poker?
It's perfect because we can actually kind of talk about Wednesday here in a minute. I don't know. My updates on my machine have been surprisingly very. I'm gonna compliment Microsoft here, which I don't normally do, but I've gotten updates, and I can never tell I've gotten an update. The only way I ever know that one installed is when my Streamlabs is all fucked up. Like when all my when all my sound drivers are changed, I know that there was an update. But Microsoft does it so craftily now that like it will do it when it knows I'm not in here. It does it anywhere between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. And and I never told it that was my hours to do updates. It just knew. It
could tell by use.
Yeah. And then it closed all my apps, then logged back in automatically and reopened every app in the exact way that I had it, positioned the windows I had up in the exact way that I had them.
I'll tell you what,
and I would never have known there was an update.
Well, like I said, before that H2N0 update, the last one I got was, I think, that it was like 19 something.
1909 or something, I think, was one of the last big ones.
Yeah, that was the last one I got, and it was flawless, fine, no problems. It was when they did this one where it was like they were changing a whole bunch of stuff. That's where it screwed me up. And I just couldn't, for the life of me, I could not understand that all the other updates, it could find my sound, it could find my internet, all just fine.
20H2 is this update. 20H2.
That's it, yeah. 20H2.
Yep.
And so it was like, I don't understand how it can go from flawless updating to this, to where not only do you not have sound, you don't have internet.
I think what it boils down to, and I know you know this, I think what it boils down to is you have to treat these computers like they're video game consoles now. You're running a PlayStation 3 equivalent of a system in 2021. And if you were to take the PS5 OS and try to run it on the PS3 that has old hardware that's aged, that's probably, when's the last time you vacuumed out the internals?
About a year ago.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, how old are the internals anyway? So you're probably using like 12-year-old parts.
Oh, they're about 7 years old.
Parts, you know. So like
I built this back. Yeah, I built this back in like 2013, 2014.
My computer
just old.
It coasts through everything, and I rarely have to reboot the fucking thing either.
Well, that's because you were lucky and got yours before this whole pandemic shit hit and made it really expensive. Yep. Now it's like anything you get is double or triple the price. And it's just like, no, I'm gonna just hold off. I'll wait next year. Still looking
for a video card. I'm still trying to find one.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'm not having any luck yet.
The thing that pisses me off, the thing that really pisses me off is I was just on the verge. I was gonna wait until like tax season this year. This is where I didn't understand that there was going to be a chip shortage coming. But I wanted to get, because I don't need, for doing the shit that we do, you don't need the RTX 3080. You don't need that. But I was going to get a 2070 Super, which everyone says is just perfect for doing streaming and stuff like that. And at the time, a 2070 Super going for about $430. I'm like, that's nice. I'll get that. Now, and this is a big if you can find one for sale, even on like Newegg or Best Buy or hell, even Fry's, if you're lucky enough, or any other of those other computer selling places, if they do have a 2070 Super, they're going for over $1,300 right now. Yeah. And it's just like, no. To me, that's like paying like $1,300 for a PS5.
You're better off buying a pre-built system, because you can buy a pre-built system with a decent video card for around $1,400-1,500, and that would be less than what you could spend. Yeah. On just a video card alone, honestly.
But I hate getting pre-built systems, because then you got to go through and get rid of all their freaking bloatware that's in it.
I know, I'm with you.
That's why I built my own, because I can also, you buy that, you're still going to have to go into it, remove the other hard drives, put in your own that you got your stuff on. Yep. And if I'm going to do all that, I'm just going to build my own. I mean, so as far as I can say that right now, this one's running fine. Granted, yeah, it's chugging along, I guess would be the right word. But I mean, it's doing it for this, for this long. I'm really impressed. So I think if it can get me through this year and part of next year when the shit starts to come back down again, then I'll build another one. But until then, it's just, I'm going to have to sit here just like with the PS5. Just be patient. Eventually things will work out. But I am not paying full price for
I don't blame you there. Poker says, coming to you live from the Golden Corral. Harmack, how do you like your new truck?
Oh, I freaking love it, man. It's freaking beautiful. The last time I put gas in it was on the way back from Ohio, and I haven't used the engine since. So, and I've been going to and from work. So, yeah, it's still sitting on more than 3/4 of a tank since the last time I was up at Al's. So, I can't complain. I'm absolutely loving it.
So you didn't catch any wrestling this week at all?
No, I didn't, because I was getting bored of and annoyed with the wrestling, because with CM Punk coming back, I was kind of like, yay, but just like you said, they were like, so I kind of fell out of that. WWE has just been annoying the hell out of me. I mean, it's just I'm sorry. I'm a WWE fan for life, I admit, but I am annoyed of watching the same shit every week. I mean, I might as well just go and watch reruns.
Well, Raw's been a little bit. Raw, I mean, it's not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. But that's what I'm saying. It's
but they're a AAA company. It should be good.
I agree with
There's
you.
no excuse.
I agree with you.
So it's just like if I'm spending my time to watch a show, I don't want to be, I've seen this before, or I know where this is going, or oh my god, this is dumb. I feel like I'm wasting my time. And so I was getting burnt out from it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to step away for a minute. But now I'm hearing everyone say that AEW is doing better. And I'm like, no, the last time I saw that, we were bitching about how stupid it was.
AEW, though, is one noticeable difference with AEW than the last time you watched it. Is AEW now is pretty much, with all due respect to their actual talent that they have that they've actually, like MJF, Jungle Boy, and a couple other one of those guys. No disrespect to them, but it's really like watching NXT now. Like their whole main event card, with the exception of Kenny Omega's fucking twerps tag team champions. You got Adam Cole in there now. You have Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whatever. So a lot of
here. Did AJ Lee come back too?
No, she didn't. Somebody said that in the chat, but they were lying.
I thought so too. I was like, what?
TP Poker said she came down and exposed herself, and I'm like, well, that can't be right.
I don't think that. No, that can't be right. Though that would have been nice. Fucking, I'm telling you, CM Punk is a lucky man.
It's just like in 2 years they've become, and this is not really an insult. It's just a fact. They've become a shell of their former selves already, and it literally is WWE upper mid card of releases. Like it's just everybody who was big there got released, and now they're over here, and WWE is just, farming out new dudes. NXT 2.0 is, God, I don't even know how to describe that. It's
I haven't even seen this new NXT.
It's not much different, but it's like they took a lot of their older wrestlers that were been there for a while, and they've just not used them, and they're pushing these new guys. Like they've got Rick Steiner's son debuted for NXT. And he looks like a Steiner, he acts like a Steiner, and he's got the same moves of a Steiner. They called him the dog-faced gremlin, or they channeled him to the dogface gremlin. But Vince will not allow them to call him, use the last name Steiner. His name is Braun.
Why?
His name is Braun Breaker. And everybody's like, just let him go by Steiner. Like, let him use... Vince's whole thing is he doesn't want anybody, like, relying off of their parents' name, except for Charlotte Flair. Whatever reason, Charlotte Flair gets a pass on this. But any other person... this traces all the way back to fucking, shit, what's her name? Superfly's her dad.
Oh,
the chick that poker.
Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, Tamina Snuka was one of the last ones that was able to use her real name, and they even stopped using the Snuka part.
Yeah, they just call her
Tamina now. So they're dropping all the names, and it's just mind blowing. I'm like, this Steiner guy is good, and they're pushing him to the moon. He was in the main event the first week of his debut. He's going for the NXT title, and he proved that he could do it. But Braun Breaker, why?
Because that's, once again, I'll say it again, and this is just my honest opinion. Vince does not know what he's doing. He is out of touch with what people like today. I don't think he won't listen to the crowd. That's what he used to do, and that's what made the company so good. He listened to the crowd. But see, here's the thing. That was back, once again, and I'm going to say this again.
His balls were to the wall.
It was a private, and it was also a private company. He could get away with a lot more. He didn't have anybody to answer to, no investors or people to answer to. It was just him. It was just his company. What went with his company was his company. But now they went public. Now they got investors. If the investors get nervous or they get a little wary, ooh, that was not good, I think I might pull out. Now he's going to lose money.
But wouldn't you be, as an investor, wouldn't you go, oh, that's Rick Steiner's kid. We should bill him as a Steiner.
No, because investors don't look at shit like that. They don't look at, ooh, this could be good. They just look, did I make money? And if they see that they did not make money, that's when they get nervous. Or is there somebody upset? That's when they get nervous. And I mean, and that's why I'm saying that's why they're getting rid of certain people, because it's more money to the investors. That's how it works. Now, the thing is that this is where, everyone's trying to say, AEW is going to be just like WCW. No, WCW went out of its way to poach from Vince. These guys are literally going there.
That is true.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're not
true.
reaching out, going, "Hey, you left there, come here." No, they're like letting them do what they want to do. You want to come here, come here. Fine.
I still think that there's somebody putting feelers out though. Like I think
well, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, think about it this way: you're running a wrestling business, okay? You're a newer company. You're trying to get your foot in the door. If a big company is going to screw up and let go of really good talent, what wrestling company would not try to go, "Hey, would you like to come here?" To do something. I mean, you want look, because obviously, like for example, like with as much as I know you hate him, Daniel Bryan, I know you don't like him, but I can tell you what, the fucking following he had at WWE, man, he had a lot of pop with the crowd, and AEW was not, blind to that, and if WWE's letting him go, all right, well, you want to come here? I mean, well, that's what they did. But the difference
I want to talk about that too, actually. But
but the big difference is, and this is where WCW screwed up, is they were relying on old talent. I mean, like literally, like should have retired.
But that's what drew money. You're right.
It did.
You're right.
But it was. But see, that's the thing. WCW they were all about, we want to beat Vince, and we will do whatever we can. We'll give these guys these open-ended contracts. No matter what, they get paid. They get creative control. AEW is not doing it that way. They're like, look, here's your contract. You want to join us? Come on in. If not, all right, man. Peace. But they're
in a sense, they do get creative control though, because they get to write. They get to pick and choose their storylines.
Well, of course, but that's why. But if you think about it,
not creative control though.
That's not creative. No, because creative control means that, okay, I will win every single match, and if I don't, then I'm walking.
That's true too. Yeah,
that's not what they're doing. What they're letting the wrestlers do is give input on what they'd like to see their character do, which obviously, that makes a lot of sense. Who knows the character better than the character playing the damn character? I mean, and they're out there, they hear what the audience likes and doesn't like, but Vince does not let them have that control. I mean, think about how many times the crowd has tried to get a thing started, and then Vince purposely does whatever he can to get rid of it because he didn't think of it. And it's just like, why are you kicking your fans in the nuts? I mean,
speaking of fans, let's go to the chat here real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's see. The Big E angle has been interesting. TP Poker, you're right. I do like Big E as the champ.
I admit.
That's been good.
Yeah.
Good old DM says AEW has become the upper mid-card WWE. It has. Bray Wyatt.
I never thought I'd say that, but yeah.
I knew it was headed that way. They've been trying to be that way since day one.
They have, but right. But the cool thing is, and like I said, like with WCW, what they did is they took their time. They just said, we're going to take our time. We're not going to, because that's the last, I mean, obviously they don't want to be like WCW. They don't want to be a flash in a pan.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll make money, real good money for about 2 years, but but after that, you want to keep it going. Well, that's what they're doing with these guys. I mean, at least the one thing I'll give AEW, for the most part, their stories are good. I mean, at least they're somewhat decent. Some are really bad, but they're more. They remind me more kind of older WWE when they were more backstage antics and shit like that going on.
There is something missing from Raw, and I figured that out. Like, it is very like Raw back in the day, and then I'm gonna read the rest of the chat. Raw back in the day was very unpredictable. Like anybody could show up, and they would show up, and it would be, they'd save it for the end of Raw. There'd be the famous Raw cliffhanger. Something would happen.
Yeah.
There'd be a twist in something, they would leave you hanging for more. And I felt like Raw hasn't done that in any way, shape, or form in the past 5 years. I mean, maybe more, but it's like, it's so like they put on a show and it's the same show, but different matches.
Or sometimes same matches, just different aspect.
It's literally how you book a universe mode matchup in 2K.
Yes.
You have a template you go by. You have your opening match, You've got your, your whatever talk show segment you got to throw in there. Someone's got to cut a promo. Someone's got to have a match. It's like everything is a template, and I feel like they just rinse and reuse that same template every week when there's no, like, let's end it this way.
Well, to be perfectly honest, to me, it just seems like there's like no innovation. It's almost like it's just they're being all vanilla.
Nothing has changed in 10 years on Raw. Nothing has changed.
Right, it's like let's not step out of our comfort zone. Let's just keep it right here, right in between. Let's not do it. And because somewhere down the line, the whole what's the word I'm trying to think of? The whole, the one thing that they had going, and this is one thing that you don't see much nowadays, is the good old shock jock radio. If anybody ever watched the movie Private Parts with
Howard Stern,
with Howard Stern, they said, they're like, the average person, watches a show listens to a show for 15 minutes. Howard Stern, an hour and 10. Why? Most common answer: they want to see what he's going to do next.
They want to see what happens next.
Well, what about the people? What about the people that hate him? Oh, you want to know them? 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well, if they hate him, why do they listen? Most common answer: they want to see what he's going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because people are curious by nature. If you leave them guessing and not knowing, they're going to come back because they want to. That's the one draw that WWE had for me from the beginning was, what are they going to do? I know it's going to be something, and I know it's going to be great, but now all of a sudden, it's like you know what to expect. It's like going to Christmas and knowing what all your presents are already.
Yeah.
It's like there's no surprise, there's no shock. I mean, every now and then they get lucky and you go, oh, didn't see that coming. But then they immediately destroy it by, killing the story. But I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Even the Big E title change. Like,
yeah.
Is it welcomed? Absolutely. But from the beginning of the show, actually, no, before the beginning of the show, Big E went on Twitter and he said, I'm cashing this Money in the Briefcase in tonight. Fact. And he hashtag fact or whatever. So at the
so he like kind of like spilled the beans.
He spilled the beans
Twitter,
early, but then anybody you could go, even if you go into the show, you could go into it like, well, anybody could say that and it not ever happen. But at the start of Raw, he comes out and he goes, I'm cashing this briefcase in tonight. So the whole time you're like, he's going to cash it in. And then when he does cash it in, and he wins.
Yeah.
There's no I don't know. They could have just done it different. If he would have said that and then not even been at all on Raw that night and then just randomly showed up at the end and cashed it in, I think it would have meant something. It would have been a little bit more shocking.
Like they would say he's not here. He was just messing with you guys on Twitter.
It's like he's
not here, and then just go on with the show like he doesn't exist. And the last 2 or 3 minutes, he comes out and gets the belt.
Can you imagine?
That'd have been perfect.
Can you imagine back in the day?
That'd have been awesome.
When Mick Foley, that famous "butts in the seats" line that Tony Schiavone said, right? Can you imagine if back in the day we had social media and Mick Foley goes on social media and he goes, I'm going to get a title shot tonight and I'm going to win.
Yeah.
And then that very thing happens and he goes in and he wins. Now, nobody knew that this was happening and the match happened and no one believed he could do it. But when he did it, that place went absolutely insane. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back with the ratings. That's when people left Nitro to tune into Raw. That was the over the hill moment. The curve, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when he won the belt. Yeah.
That
was
the turning point for WCW to go down.
Yeah. Yeah, even Eric Bischoff goes, yeah, that's when we screwed up. He was that.
But it wasn't even about what Schiavone. It was for real. It was about what Schiavone said. But if this would have happened now, and we had social media back then, and Mick Foley went on there and said, I'm going to win the title tonight. I'm going to get a match and I'm going to win. And then it happened. I don't think it would have meant anything near how it was. And that's what I'm talking about with Big E.
And I think that would almost rank up there. Think about to this day, the most talked about match that WWE ever had was with Mankind and Undertaker Hell in a Cell. That match to this day, no one has been able to top. Now, granted, I'll give kudos to Shane. He has done some shit on that damn thing. But the reason it felt different with the Undertaker and Mankind or Mick Foley, it was completely organic. I mean, you could tell that there was really nothing planned. You know, I mean, you just knew that everyone knew Mick was nuts. And, you know, so you knew he was going to do something. But growing up on that cage, man, we were just like, oh, like, wow, because no one ever done it before. And then taking that dive that he did, no one's ever done that before. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that what they did back then, that's what I'm saying. You tuned in because you wanted to see what was going to happen. It was constantly organic. It was never the same every week. The storylines, they might continue a story. You know, there might be like some backstabbing going on behind the scenes or something like that. You know, but you were privy to it, you know, but you want to see what's going to happen. Now it's literally, I don't like you. I don't like you. Let's fight at this time.
Yeah, let's have a match.
I mean,
or no, it's not even them. Let's say let's have a match. It's fucking what's his Adam Pearce coming out with Sonya for whatever reason. I think we're gonna make this official. It's like, go away.
Those two. Oh my god, I am so sick of those two coming out because every time they come out, they try and I swear to God, and this is kind of when I stopped watching. Was the last time they did this. There was like 6 people in the ring, and they were talking about how, you know, no, I'm going to get the belt. No, I'm going to get the belt.
I know what you're talking about.
The tag team.
Yes.
And they both come out and like, oh, so you want it and you guys want it, so we're going to make this a match. And they're trying to make it sound like it's the next big thing. And I'm thinking, well, we've already seen these fuckers fight each other before.
And then you got fucking Sonya Deville out there. I am Sonya Deville. Let me make a match. Like, she's fucking put her back in the ring.
Like, I'm like, this is it's I swear to God, WWE went from a AAA movie to, I swear to God, a B flick, because it's predictable. It doesn't feel real. It feels forced. It just there's no appeal. I mean, yeah, there's on occasion a good match, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they do have good matches. But there's no stories anymore, man. I mean, once the story gets going, they either shit can it or they blow their load on a freaking Raw that they should have blown on a big freaking pay-per-view. I mean, so, you know, there's no build up anymore. I mean, at least that's the one thing AEW is doing right. They build up to their big shit.
Whereas not necessarily. Not necessarily, because that match on Wednesday did not have much build up.
No, it didn't.
Realistically.
But that's kind of rare. I mean, because most of the time, like the one that had and
then I'm gonna read the chat. I've been saying this for 5 minutes now.
The one whole run with MJF and Jericho, that went for weeks. I mean,
months.
That was a fucking buildup. That's what we used to see.
Yep.
That is what made me keep tuning in to see what is he going to do this week. I mean, hell, I even tuned in for that blood match when that thing. I thought that was one of the better matches I've seen in a long time.
Yep.
And then you go over to WWE and look at this, it's McIntyre fighting the same guy.
Sheamus,
again. Yeah. Or look, it's Bobby Lashley kicking the shit out of 2 people again. You know, it's just like, this is nothing new here. Let's go back to AEW. At least it's something different. And I mean, that's where they're losing it, man. They're forgetting that you got to pander to your crowd, man. With no crowd, you got no product.
Well, we got to pander to our crowd here. So let's go back.
Fuck our crowd. We're more important than them.
Bray Wyatt is supposed to appear. TP Poker says Bray Wyatt is supposed to appear there soon.
Supposedly, there's a rumor that he's supposed to be the next Mike Myers or some shit. I hear.
Mike Myers, like Mike, like
yeah,
you talking about Michael Myers or like Mike
Myers or Jason Voorhees? No, I think it's Mike Myers. I don't know. I read something about there's supposedly a rumor going around. Like I said, it would be kind of cool.
What did we say about rumors and?
Rumors can sometimes
and
become
facts
true.
we don't know about.
All right, well, just remember this.
This
I'm
isn't
gonna
the
keep
Escape
saying rumors,
Show.
and I'm good. Hey, look. I didn't say
We
did I
don't
say
we
it
don't
was
make we don't guess off the top of our heads on this show.
It wasn't. It's not a show. It's just talking.
Yes,
we're just chatting.
Correct. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
Right. No. On the Escape, what we always do is go, "Oh no, this is a fact. This is going to happen." No, I didn't say anything about it being a fact. All I said was I heard. That way, it's open. It's open to debate. If it happens, hey, you heard it here first. If it doesn't happen, hey, it was speculation. You're covering all your bases. I'm not saying it was fact. I never did. I mean, if anyone out there takes it as a fact, that's on them. That's not on me.
I heard Del Griffith uses hair plugs, but I'm not one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Hey, I heard not only is Del Griffith the hair club president, he's also current.
All right.
His dad was Cy Sperling.
Let's see here. WWE is waiting for Tony Khan to spend so much money and not be able to maintain all the wrestlers. Dude, I don't know how they're not imploding at this point over in AEW. AEW, like they're signing. It's like every week they're signing somebody new, and it's
because
like where are you gonna put these people? Like you almost have to immediately, and with 2 years of running, you almost have to roster split because you can't feature all of these people on Dynamite. Like I'm not complaining here because a lot of their talent that they started out with, I don't even like anyway. But like a lot of those AEW originals or whatever you want to call them that started with the company, you never see them on TV anymore unless you watch like Dark or Dark Elevation or whatever YouTube show they're putting out this week.
I think because they realized that those guys weren't all that great either.
That was the plan from the get-go. Is let's get all these WWE.
No, see that
evacuees.
That WWE thing just was a luck for them. I mean, because obviously, they would have gotten other wrestlers, and they did pretty good with some of these wrestlers, newer ones anyway, not WWE ones, but just like random, coming out of the indies.
MJF they still use, and they still use
where they got Britt Baker.
Britt Baker is amazing. Good. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple other guys that they got there that are actually really good. Now, granted, they weren't part of the original roster. But it seems like they kind of learned, okay, like the one guy that I swear I don't know why he's got a following is that damn Jungle Boy.
I don't like him either. Did you know that he's
that guy? But I do like the guy. I do like his buddy though, that dinosaur dude.
I don't like him
guy.
Either.
But that dude fucking.
I think that gimmick is stupid.
It is. It's absolutely. And that and Best Friends is dumb.
Best Friends is stupid. Dork Order is stupid. All their original
Dark Order
stuff
literally
I hate.
Reminded me of. Yeah, but their newer stuff that they're coming out with is good. It's definitely decent. It's definitely better than what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the WWE people. I'm just talking about like their indie roster that came up to them. They're actually utilizing them. At least they're utilizing them. What? I swear to God, I'll never forget saying this one time. I'm like, oh, they're getting demoted to the main roster on WWE. How nice. When someone would get pulled up from.
All right, before you go off on a WWE tangent again, let me keep reading. Tamina is one chromosome away from being a man. This TP Poker. That's how far back in this log I am right now, by the way. I'm very
She's got
far
more
back.
hair on her chest than you do, TP Poker.
Shale says, why is it when I come back, Harmack is talking about pulling out? That was your pulling out line. You said that about 15 minutes ago.
Leave it to Shale to hear that one.
Nia Jax would be the face of the company if she worked for the Bronx Zoo.
Oh, Godzilla, she big.
One of Nia Jax, good old DM says one of Nia Jax's chins could be the face of the company. Good old DM also says Sonya Deville's tie tonight was the pattern of MJF's tie or scarf. He means. Doug Griffith wants to know if when you said Mike Myers, if you meant from Saturday Night Live, that was the joke I said. I said, wait a minute, you mean Michael Myers or Mike Myers? Like as in fucking Wayne's World or Austin Powers. God. Or did you mean Michael Cole, is what Shale said?
No. Not Mike.
Good old DM wants to know if Bray Wyatt is going to be the next Mike Myers. He's going to be in Wayne's World 3. And we're caught up.
There we go.
We're caught up with the chat. So yeah, if I could, what I wanted to get to in the beginning was the Wednesday show that they did. They did this. I call it Blow Your Load Wednesday. I don't know. They put all these big matches on free TV, and one of the ones that they put was a match between Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega, which is a dream match by many. That was, I believe, one of his big reasons for coming into the company altogether, was so he could get that match. Well, there's obviously going to be a sequel to this match, and any dummy really knows that going in, that they weren't going to conclude this on TV. So the match ends up going to a draw, but it's after 30 minutes. So you know, and it's not a bad match. It was good. Just I don't know. Like you said, you miss the days of there being hype. Like when I think hype, I think like what they did with Hogan and Andre back in the day, or even Rock and Austin on WrestleMania 17. I remember tuning in for weeks, and you'd see those interviews with JR, and they would just be hyping this. They would keep the two apart, but they would just hype this big match. And I feel like they only hyped this match for like 2 weeks, and then it happened, and then there was no resolution to it. Yeah. So it'll likely continue at some point, but I don't know. It just, I feel like they did it to pop a rating, and it didn't even pay off that well for them. It was their third highest show that they've done. So something they probably didn't even mean to have be a big night for them was probably the top show, and that's what they should be focusing on. Just keep delivering, keep delivering good TV every week. Yeah, you don't need a fucking legendary match to get the ratings.
No, because it's that old saying: once every week is a legendary match, then it's no longer legendary. You know, it's like that saying. You know, well, you're not the only one special. Everyone's special. Well, if everyone's special, that means no one is. So it's kind of like you gotta, you know, just put on regular matches. I mean, hell, even when, like, you know, back in the day, you know, there was sometimes a squash match, then there was sometimes just an offhanded match. I mean, they were good, you know, they were great matches, and then you'd finish the night with, you know, just a bigger named wrestler or what have you, and they'd go against somebody, and you'd have some fun with that, and you'd be done with it. But you'd also, during that time, have a storyline with these two guys, or a bunch of guys, you know, depending on the matches, but they never fought each other until that point. Sometimes they'd screw up with each other's matches and kind of thing, or stuff like that, but there was always that tease that, oh, this is going to get so good, and the more they teased it, the better it got, because you just knew, oh, it's going to be good, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. And then come the pay-per-view time, it's been now a month or two of this thing building up. Now everyone's ready to explode. You know, I mean, it's just like, we want to see this now. But you're right. Nowadays, it's storyline. No, this is going to be a good storyline. Hey, the storyline's over. Like, oh, well, that was...
Harmack, I got to say something. I have to lay the smackdown on somebody here. UNC Phil says Al would make love to McMahon if he could. First of all, no. If you actually were listening, I shat on WWE for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, he did.
Second of all,
he really did.
You're a bandwagoning non-wrestling fan, casual, that just watches whatever's popular. Just like the games you play, just like the systems you buy, you're a bandwagoner. Don't come to me telling me who I would make love to. You would make love to an NPC on Fortnite riding a fucking unicorn on a rainbow listening to Ariana Grande. Don't come at me, bitch. Anyway, love you, Phil.
So yeah, no, that was good. I don't know where all that came from, man, but I'm impressed. Don't come at me riding on a unicorn.
That's based on a true story, because that's that fucking Fortnite concert he made us watch, and there was some dork riding a unicorn farting rainbows watching an Ariana Grande concert.
I still laugh at watching this adult dude, like in his 20s, all girling out for this thing. Like, just like, he's sitting there like, okay, you got somebody like me. I got Fortnite on. Why, I don't know. Apparently, I've been smoking dope. So I got Fortnite on.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I did that. I did that
Ariana Grande
strictly
comes
to be
on.
nice, by the way.
I know, but Ariana Grande comes on, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Ariana Grande. Oh my God, it's her. It is so her. And I'm just totally geeking out. And I'm looking at the followers this guy has. I got 154 followers. This fucking freak show has got like tens of thousands of followers. He's got like 500 some people watching.
Maybe we got it all wrong, Harmack.
Maybe I think I just need. Oh my God, guys! It's God of War. We're gonna play some God of War tonight. Everybody ready? It's gonna be some super duper fun. Woohoo! You know, I mean, come on. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, it's stupid. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'd have to turn in my man card. I'd have to turn in the man card.
And also, Phil, I will say this as well. If you were a true wrestling fan, you would want WWE to do better, and you would at least try to see the good in what's going on. There's not a lot of it. It's very few and far between. But I would make love to McMahon, apparently. You know, but I'm shitting on his product, but I would make love to him, I guess.
Oh man, those dude! I still can't get over how that dude has that many followers.
Dude, that's beyond me. I think we're doing like something wrong.
Like a girl. I've never seen anybody geek out over something like that. I mean, I could see myself geeking out over like maybe, oh hell, I don't know, like maybe like AC/DC or maybe hell even Metallica. But the fact of the matter is, you're in Fortnite for one, okay, and you're a dude. All right, number two, it's Ariana fucking Grande. I mean, really, it's Ariana Grande, and it's not even really her. It's just her song with a thing that looks like her. And you're acting like she is literally talking to you, and I'm sitting there going, this dude is delusional. But apparently he's got followers. So my goal then next week is I'm taking acid before I do the show. So I feel that everybody that's watching me is really in the room with me. Maybe that'll work. Because I can't get my head wrapped around watching this guy bring his voice up higher than my sister's and geeking out over Ariana Grande. I'd have no friends. I'd have no friends. I don't get it. But I mean, look, I'm not knocking the guy. Well, I kind of am, I guess. But it's all the jealousy, really, because I can't understand how that works. I mean,
I never. And the other thing,
I don't get it.
I don't know. I lost brain cells watching that.
I really did. All I could think of my number one. I mean, even if the dude wasn't on there, I'd be going, "Why is this popular?" That was my first thing. I remember watching this video with you. We were watching. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll like actually show her singing, kind of like on a backdrop of the game. That might actually be kind of cool.
I still wouldn't want to see that.
But I mean, I don't mind Ariana Grande. She's hot. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't even her. It was a computer projection of her. And all I could think of was why am I watching this? And then I look at the followers and the viewers this guy has, and I go, "Why are they watching him?"
I'm telling you, we're doing it all wrong. We gotta like see the day I sell out and play Fortnite on my channel. Just put a fucking gun to my head. Just
oh my god,
just end it all because it will never happen. I'd rather have my 198 followers that I know I earned by playing what I like or what other people have asked me to play than selling out and just going for cheap follows. I don't do that.
No, I just look. I mean, look. The guy's got great. Good for him. I'm happy for him. But I didn't. And maybe it's just like I said. Maybe it's just I'm older. I just don't see the. I don't see the draw. I don't get it.
If I was like however old that kid was, 18, 19, maybe older. I don't know. Even back then, I would never sit in front of a computer writing a rainbow with a unicorn and watching a concert. I just no.
It wasn't even really a concert. It was just her music playing.
It was the dumbest
That's
thing.
the thing.
It ranks up there with the top 3
Oh,
dumbest things I've ever seen.
I
It
couldn't
was
wrap
stupid.
my head around it. I
It
was
was
like, this is
stupid.
cool because what? Are people that desperate for entertainment? I don't get it. I mean, look, I like, for example, I can understand people geeking out over a game they've been hoping for years. Like my example, when I heard that Star Wars, the Galaxy was coming out, or not Galaxies,
Knights of the Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. That's a game that I've been waiting to have redone, Jesus Christ, for almost 20 years. I could see people geeking out about that. Hell, I could even understand people geeking out when Final Fantasy VIII came out again. I can understand that because those are games you've waited for years and years and years. That makes sense to me, But this is Ariana Grande. You just heard her song on the freaking radio. Now she's just what? Because her song is playing in the game that you're in. That makes you geek out. I just don't get it. I don't see. I just don't see the pop.
Let me read the chat here.
Maybe I'm missing something. I might be missing something. I mean, I'm not knocking them. Look, if that's what they like, that's what they like. Who am I to tell them what to like or not like? I just don't get it. Personally, I don't get it.
Shale says he wouldn't make love, he'd deep throat and gargle the sack.
He'd cup the balls.
Shale, you are a one descriptive motherfucker, man. Still the Fortnite bandwagoner.
He sucked that dick like he was drowning and the balls contained oxygen.
Shale says, I guess this is to you, Harmack, maybe because they don't spaz out at those trying to help them with tips, you jackass. This had to be about last night.
Oh yeah, it had to be about last night. And I wasn't spazzing out at the guy. I was explaining to him, but because I was angry, it came out that way. But no, I was like, I've tried that already. It won't let me do it. That's what I was telling him. It wouldn't let me do it. I could understand what he was trying to tell me to do. I go, but I tried it. It won't let me do it.
Good old TM said, I guess he's imitating you here. God of War is super duper fun. 5 minutes later, this game cheats.
Fuck this Valkyrie, man. Fuck it in the ass. Seriously.
I used to do that.
Fuck you, good old DM. How dare you help me?
I used to do that when I was a kid. I loved Mega Man when I was a kid. Like I love playing Mega Man games, but man, they infuriated me whenever I lost. I'd be like, man, I really like this game. And I'd be like, fuck this game, it cheats. So yeah, I don't know.
We've all been there. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I like about my channel. I said it from the beginning when I first started it. We're all gamers. If you've ever played a game and never been mad that you've been playing it on easy mode, if a game gets you enough pissed off that you're screaming at it, but you're still willing to play it, that's a good damn game. Because that means it's actually challenging you. And I like that shit. I have yet to see anybody I've actually watched. Now granted, he's never done it on a stream, but I have watched Al here lose it every now and then too. Like get angry as hell at a game. I have seen it. I have seen it happen.
You saw it one time when we were playing Bloodborne. Because I was I was hungover that day.
Not too long ago. No, this is not too long ago. Like for example, the golf game. I've watched.
I hate that game. Fuck that game.
That's what I'm telling
I hate
you.
that game.
That's what I'm saying. Those. Everybody's got a game or games that challenge them or piss them off.
Yeah.
But they keep playing. Keep playing. I mean, I know you play.
That may have been what the game was that you saw me rage over. I think that was the golf game.
Yeah. I think you damn near threw your controller. You were getting so fucking mad.
I don't do that anymore. Cause
no.
That's
You were
too
just
expensive.
you would like pretend this is your controller. You just be like.
I'll do that, but like I don't throw things.
No, they're too expensive.
It's too much money. It's not worth it.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's not worth it.
I mean, you show me a gamer, an actual gamer that doesn't get mad at a game, and I'll show you that they're full of shit. Because every gamer gets pissed, unless they're UNC Phil and they play Telltale games. But but if you play like a real game, and you keep dying in the same spot, I don't care who you are. You could be a damn near saint. Nobody's made of stone. You keep dying in the same spot over and over again, you're gonna start getting annoyed. I don't care who you are. People have a limit. Okay? I try to be nice on my stream. I try to be friendly and bubbly, but there are points where you keep dying in the same spot over and over and over again. You're going to get mad. You're going to get angry and frustrated. That's just natural. To sit there and be like PewDiePie where you don't get mad, that means either A, you've literally are not actually playing the game, you've pre-recorded it and you're talking over it, or B, you've edited the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I said when I first started my stream, I said, I am not going to edit this. What happens, happens, you know? And I think being raw like that is what makes it fun. That's me personally. Might not be some people's cup of tea, but that's the way I game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. That's all I can say.
All right, let's see here. We got Shale. I can see him geeking out over Hello Kitty Adventures on Rainbow Island. The fact that you know a Hello Kitty game is questionable, but I don't know who I don't know who he's referring that to.
I've heard of Hello Kitty, but I don't really know what it is. I know it's like some sort of cat thing. Like I see girls. My sister had that shit when she was little.
Only do
like
acid.
She had like a book bag. She had like a book bag or something that had Hello Kitty on it. I never saw why it was so popular. I never got it.
I know Phil had a book bag with it on it, but I haven't
seen. Are you
seen.
kidding? He's got a comforter with a big.
I haven't seen Phil in a couple years, so outside of a couple months ago.
His man bag is a Hello Kitty.
What are your thoughts on the Dreamcast Collection? I didn't know there was a Dreamcast Collection. Is this new?
Wait, what? Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
I never heard of a Dreamcast Collection. There's one on Steam that's 89% off right now, actually.
That's not bad.
But
what games come with it?
But a couple of these games are not on Dreamcast, which is... This is weird. Crazy Taxi, Sega Bass Fishing, Sonic Adventure DX, Space Channel 5 Part 2, Jet Set Radio. Those are all on Dreamcast. Sonic Adventure 2, Nights into Dreams is not on Dreamcast, but is a good game.
Are you sure it wasn't on Dreamcast?
I'm positive that was on the Sega Saturn.
Oh, maybe they're together.
I don't know why it's in that collection, but they put it in the Dreamcast collection. I don't know if that's the collection you're talking about. I own it, but I also have a real Dreamcast with all those games already on it, so I would probably prefer to play it there. I think.
Yeah. More of the nostalgic kick. Yeah, makes sense.
Just something about using that original controller. I do plan on very soon, once I finish my setup down there, I do plan on to start retrofitting my older systems, and the Dreamcast is going to be one of them, where I rip out the CD-ROM drive and put in an SD card and just dump all those games onto it, because it's just a matter of time before that thing stops reading. It's been 20-something years now. 22 years.
Lasers don't last forever.
My PS1 laser still works. I tested it a couple months ago.
Yeah, usually the laser will outlast the motor or the band that carries the track.
No, not true. I've had two other PS1s before that. I had a launch model PS1, and I had another PS1, and the laser stopped working. It was that one of the things you had to turn the PS1 upside down.
Oh, and get the thing out manually and shit.
No, like it was almost like blowing in the cartridge back then. It was
really?
like it was a life hack. You would just, instead of if your PS1 had problems reading games, you'd flip it upside down, and magically it worked. I don't know what changed with it, but it read the disc better. And then eventually it dies anyway. So
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I've had optical drives in my PC just die, and there's no warning. They just stop.
Yep. Phil says
that's just work.
Phil says you did stream Fortnite with the Escape Show when you played it on one time with Eric and I. Okay, first of all, yeah, we did, but we had no idea what the game was, and it was a different game at the time. It wasn't popular. it was just a shooter. It was the first battle royale game, if I recall. We never played it, and all we did was just dance around in it. So that was before it became a 10-year-old thing and a cool thing to play that gets you cheap follows. So yeah, I have played it. We have streamed it on the other channel, but you know what? It didn't get me any follows over there.
Touche, sir.
Okay. I think we've covered everything.
I think we have.
Were you playing Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics the other night? Yeah, I played that on a stream. I played. Somebody asked about Golden Axe. I think it was TP Poker.
I remember that.
TP Poker
I remember
wanted
the arcade game of that.
TP Poker wanted me to stream Golden Axe, and I used the Genesis Classics collection. It's okay. I actually own it on 3 different systems.
The actual arcade version of that game was good, I thought.
Yeah, I have it downstairs. It is good. It's fun.
I loved that game. I pumped a lot of quarters into that game.
Yeah.
I just liked it because it was like a Conan looking character with a huge ass sword.
Yeah.
And you could like jump through rocks by just pointing the sword down and diving through.
That was a good game. I came close to beating it on stream, but didn't. I was only asking because I was looking at the Sega sale right now. I did see that on Steam, but I have not. I think I own most of that stuff on Steam already. I'll double check though. I'm not the biggest Sega person.
Yeah, I never was either, really.
I have a Genesis, but I didn't buy one until somebody gave me one. And I had one in like the 90s and I never played it and I got rid of it. But then I got one, somebody gave me one in like I think it was my ex-fiance.
I had the Model 1 Master System.
I had a Master System too, and I blew that out by plugging in the wrong adapter.
The one that looked really cool that had that like the circle that said 16-bit on it, and
yeah, the Model 1. Model 1 Genesis.
Yeah, the Model 1. I had that, and I realized that I made a mistake when I bought it, and I thought I was being different, and like, oh, I'll do this. Should have just. I had the option. It was for my birthday. Do I want a Sega or do I want a Super Nintendo? And I'm like, I'll do the Sega. What the hell? And,
I never understood back then why for that brief few years. And I'm talking like 3-4 years maybe. Like why the Genesis exploded in popularity. Like when you
because they were willing to do blood and stuff like that where Nintendo was not.
Yeah, but I would rather have a system that has better sound in stereo and have
you're also
32 million colors versus like an old ass palette from 88. You know, it's like
you're right. Oh, you're trust me, I agree.
I'm like how?
No, yeah, but a lot of these. I mean, I think about it this way: when the original Mortal Kombat came out, this is the one where on the Super Nintendo it was sweat that came off them, and
yes, I remember.
Sega, you had the blood.
Mortal Monday, I remember. I bought Mortal Kombat.
Always go over. Yeah, we would always go over to my friend Bill's house to play, any other game, Killer Instinct or what have you. Well, that wasn't even out yet, but like any other game, we'd go over to his house because our other friend John had a Sega, and we never wanted to play it until Mortal Kombat came out. Because when we tried it at Bill's, I was like, well, there's no blood. Because we didn't realize that there was going to be no blood. I'm like, well, that sucks. And that's when John goes, well, mine has blood. We're like, oh. All of a sudden, we were over at his house for days.
I remember we had to look up that blood code. And the only reason we knew it was because my one buddy had a magazine subscription to, I think it was EGM or maybe GamePro. I can't remember.
Oh, and trust me.
But it was in that issue.
That game out.
Yeah. It was all over the
days after that game. Yeah, I was about to say, everybody was anybody back in the day. After like 2 or 3 days after that game was released, knew the code. I mean,
that was probably the only time I played Sonic 2. I like Sonic 2 back then.
I played Sonic on the PlayStation, the Genesis. Yeah, I played it. But those, I swear to God, I think really, those are probably the only 2 games I ever played Sega wise.
I played NBA Jam. I loved when NBA Jam came home to consoles, and for whatever reason, the Super Nintendo one did not have a battery because they farmed the game out to two different developers. And the one developer who did Super Nintendos, it looked better than the Genesis, but they didn't put a battery in the game, so you had to use a password. So you had to put in like this 3-line password every time you wanted to progress your league and keep your stats. And I'm like, this sucks. But then the Genesis version looked worse, sounded terrible, but it had that battery save, and I'm like, well, I prefer to play this one because I can at least save my fucking game.
Yeah, well, that was the difference too, is that you could thank Sony for Nintendo having a better sound, because that was the one thing that they were able to take from their correlation with Sony. Sony developed the sound chip for that Sony developed what they called wavetable sound, whereas Genesis was using basically the equivalent would be
MIDI.
It would. Well, they were both MIDI. It's just one used wavetable sound, which is FM synthesis, so it's more, I guess, realistic sounding. Whereas the other one used kind of like the Sound Blaster 16 equivalent of a sound chip, which is a lot more twangy, not realistic at all. You know, I mean, so that was the difference. But yeah, I mean, hell, there was that one episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd where it shows like the two differences between the sounds when you play Doom. And I was just like, oh my god, it's. Granted, even though Doom did look better on the Genesis, the sound was 10 times better.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Super Nintendo Doom blew the Genesis. Was Genesis even on Doom? Or wait a minute,
Genesis
hang on. I think you're wrong about that.
It sure did. No, it had Doom. It did, because I remember the nerds switching back and forth between the audio files for the games on both systems.
I think you're wrong.
I'm telling you. Either that or the nerd was fucking with me.
I think you're wrong. So somebody got there's an article right here.
Telling you, the nerd.
You're wrong, dude. You're wrong. I can tell you right now.
Well,
hang on.
I'm telling you right now, the nerd was playing the same songs from each game, one on the Genesis and one on the.
This is from this year. This is from this year. Here's Doom. Playable on a Sega Genesis. Last month, we reported that someone managed to port Doom to the Genesis, albeit poorly due to hardware constraints. Only a few weeks later, someone made it work.
No, but it was for his 32X review. It might have been on the 32X.
No, it was on the 32X. Yes,
that's what I'm
said.
Thinking
Genesis though.
Well, it plugged into the Genesis. It's still a Genesis.
No,
what the hell?
It's a 32X.
Jesus Christ. No, it was plugged in. Now you're just fucking yank that out of your ass. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, I'm sorry. Sega treated it as a console, so it's a fucking console.
Okay, so I put a battery in my car. Is it now a Die Hard? No, it's still the same car. You plug it in. You're plugging in something into something that already existed. Does not change the name of the whole system.
So if I can prove to you that 32X is a console, will you agree?
It was a console, yes, but you know what? It was a console, but it never came out. They were going to just have a standalone 32X, but it never came out. It was in development though, but it never came out.
There was going to be a 32X single. Yes, there wasn't going to be an add-on. I think that's actually correct. Yes.
Yeah. So technically, it was still the Sega Genesis with a 32X add-on.
Probably didn't own a Sega.
What?
Good old DM. Jesus didn't own a Sega.
Jesus knew better.
Jesus knew better. Jesus knew that blast processing was a hoax.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew that blast processing was a hoax.
I'm onto you.
Jesus was a Donkey Kong Country fan. So he
was going to Genesis, let my people go. Bring them over to Nintendo.
But back when we were talking about, I just never understood why people, like why Genesis was popular. And even like in Europe, UK, Genesis was like the go-to system over there. And I cannot figure out how are these people so blind? The Super Nintendo looks so much better. Every game on there looked so much better.
It really did. Like I said, it was just for that. I swear, it was just that small amount of time where blood was available and more adult-oriented stuff was available, where it wasn't childed down on the Nintendo. But then once, once Mortal Kombat 2 came out and it was blood for everybody, that's when Sega lost its appeal again, and everyone went back to Nintendo because it did look better and it did sound better.
Yep.
But I think it was what was drawing people is the kids, us being kids, we wanted the actual, like, I'm playing the arcade game version. So it gave us that realism, which is what drew us to the Genesis because it allowed us to have that. Whereas on the Nintendo, it didn't. It just didn't. I mean, yeah, it looked better. It sounded better, but it didn't feel the same, But then when 2 came out, everyone jumped to the Super Nintendo at that point because now they'd had blood. Now it felt more real. And that's when Sega was like, oh, shit. I think they were banking on Nintendo just sticking around, not doing blood, and it didn't work.
Speaking of shit, it's that time.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Shit.
It's time.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna go put like something up my nose to get it to stop running. I took my Allegra D today, but with this temperature changing like crazy, and now the leaves are starting to fall, it's that time of year.
All right, guys. In terms of updates, we'll be back Monday.
Yep.
We'll be back Monday live with more streams, and there'll be no state of the streams next Friday or the Friday after. So,
yep.
I mean,
we'll be back after that.
We have done about 4 in a row, so we're gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
And then Slashtober is gonna get a late start too, I believe, because I will be a week in October where I will not be streaming. So, I'm going, hopefully going somewhere on a mini vacation. Don't know where, but
he's gonna just go to his. He's gonna go to his basement.
I will be in my basement at some point that week. So, some week in October, I'm taking a little break.
My dad says this is a vacation.
Taking a break in October from the normal streaming, and then when we come back, though, Slashtober will be in full effect.
It's like what our parents did when we were kids. Dad, can we go to the amusement park? No. And you drive by the amusement park. Look, there's people there. They're cleaning. It's like, damn it.
Doug Griffith says Genesis also had a head start, but it didn't catch on for 2 or 3 years while it was out. It just kind of sold a little bit.
Yeah, it did. I mean, yeah, they did have a head start, but they also, they pushed it out fast, so it didn't have a lot of games either. So it wasn't. It was good, but I mean, when the Super Nintendo, once the Super Nintendo came out, it just blew them out of the water. I mean, the only thing at that point, when the one thing that when Super Nintendo came out, the only thing that Sega had going for it was literally Sonic. I mean,
they didn't even have Sonic at first either. They had Kid Chameleon at first.
Yeah, and they literally, the American side literally had to fight Japan to put Sonic as a free game on it. They didn't want to do it. It was like, look, guys, you got to do it. This game is what's selling the system. You got to do it. And I think that kind of saves something. But it was just, I kind of feel bad for Sega because it was literally, man, once they got it right with the Saturn. Unfortunately, it was just too little, too late at that point.
So Harmack is gonna go put something up his nose, as he said, and
probably cocaine to get it to stop running.
Right,
yes.
And we're gonna get out of here, but
because it looks like I need cocaine. Yeah.
See you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody, and enjoy yourselves.
We'll be back on Monday for some Final Fantasy XIV. We're taking bets on how many times Scales is going to get lost. I am saying 6 times. And you guys can throw your bets into our Discord server, /streams.com/Discord. Throw your bets in there. We'll see who wins.
Don't forget to follow us. If you're watching, hit the follow button. Follow myself, /streamslive, Harmack Ultra. Damn it. And then Scales
You're going to say 1.
Scales 175. And then I am I'm contractually obligated now to tell you to follow Raven. Raven Ali, I think is her name, or Raven Aji or whatever. I don't have her Twitch name in front of me. Why don't I have it?
Until she follows me, I'm not plugging her.
Well, she's in our Discord, so follow her.
I'm a bitch like that.
Or if Shale's still around, Shale can paste her
Yeah.
name in the chat. Shale knows who she is. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Thanks so much, and we will see you.
We'll see you in 2 weeks for State of the Streams, but we'll definitely see you guys Monday.
Yep. Peace out, guys. Take care.
Laters, guys. Peace.
Catch you later. Peace.
Flip side. Flip side.